In the first challenge of the advent of Christmas, Linux CLI shells bells, we have task number 2, which is the practical room. Let's see, Linux CLI, working with the Linux CLI. Actually, let's collapse this. But there is no graphical interface on the server. How will we look for clues? Who needs a GUI when we have a Linux command line terminal? It's even better, and I agree with this. To be honest, I much prefer to use the Linux terminal rather than a GUI. And I was the other way around. When I heard about the Linux, that everything you have to do it in the command line. Once you get used with the Linux command line, it's much simpler, and you will prefer it. Linux has a powerful command line interface allowing you to use and manage the system simply by typing commands on your keyboard. It's not as hard as it sounds. Once you get used to it, maybe you'll like the CLI more than the graphical interface, as I told you. Not only that, but most experienced IT and cybersecurity experts work with the CLI every day, so you'll start learning. And actually, this will blow your mind, but if you learn it, it's much faster than the GUI. You navigate it much faster than you navigate with the GUI. To run your first CLI command, type echo hello world and press enter. This will echo the text back. Then type list to list the contents of the current directory. This command will show you Skitty's files. After that, type cat readme.txt to display the file contents. You will see its content in the output below. Let's show the split view. And actually they say to echo first. Hello world. I'm CyberTodd and I welcome you. Hello world, I'm CyberTodd and I welcome you. What's next? List. And then cat readme. For all TBFC members, yesterday I spotted yet another exploit on our server. Not sure what it means yet, but Revolut is in danger. To be prepared, I'll write the security guide by tomorrow as a precaution. I'll also hide the guide from plain view. McSkitty, alright. Something is hidden. Here we see the commands that we used. Navigating the file system. So basically, this is just an introduction to Linux. You can search in my channel. I have a lot of videos with this. But just to make it once and for all, I want to create for you a video with Linux. And I will give it on YouTube actually, because I will make also a course. I will give it on YouTube for free with every practical things that you can do with Linux. And I will also include a cheat sheet in that. So don't you worry, I will give you every necessary commands that you need. Just subscribe, you know. Looks like McSkitty left a security guide before being kidnapped. It would definitely help. You might have noticed the guides. The guides directory. Yes, we see it over here. If you check in my channel, you will see this explanation also and many more. But if we use the list command with this flag -L, it will say to the left of each directory, it will place a D. That's from directory. We have read, write, and executable permissions. These are the user basically that owns and the group that owns these. Looks like McSkitty left a security when you ran list last time. That's likely the directory we need. Your command line interface journey began at McSkitty home directory. You can verify this by running print working directory. But now let's switch to the guides directory. Switch to the directory by using cd guides, where we will appear at, all right, so basically they want to say this. Change directory to guides and print working directory. Basically, this is the entire path. This is the path from the home directory. Skid is home directory, and then we go into the user, basically, which is McSkitty, and in the guides directory, then run list. Again, it will be empty. This is the hidden file. You see, this is our hidden file. Here we see what we did. Oh! It looks like the guides aren't there. Or are they? In Linux, files and directories can be hidden from plain text, from plain view. If they start with a dot symbol, that is .secret.txt. Such a feature is often used by IT administrators to hide system files, by attackers to hide malware, and now McSkitty to hide the precious guide from bad bunnies. View the guide again by running list and then the long format and A. The -A shows the hidden files like we seen. Let's place it like in our TryHackMe room. List A. The -L flag shows the additional details such as the file permissions and file owner. Read the hidden guide by running cat and .guide.txt. Don't forget the leading dot. cat.guide.txt. I think King Malher from Hopesack Island is preparing for an attack. Not sure what his goal is, but exploits on our servers are not good. Be ready to protect Christmas by following this Linux guide. Check variable logs and grep inside. Let the logs become your guide. Look for eggs that want to hide. Check their shells for what's inside. P.S. Great job finding the guide. Your flag is... So we need this. Let's go over here. Let's see. What CLI command would you... In the root bash history. So we don't need it yet. I don't think we need it. TryHackMe learning Linux CLI. That's our first flag. And here we see what we discovered. Gripping the logs. In her guide, McSkitty refers to variable log, a Linux directory where all security events, logs, are stored. Indeed, every SOC analyst at TBFC will confirm that the best way to find all bunnies is to check the logs. Log files are usually very big, and looking through them with cat is not ideal. Thus, we use grep, a command to look for a specific text inside a file. Navigate to logs directory with cd_var log and explore its content with list. Run grep failed password auth.log to look for the failed login inside the auth log. So we don't even need to change the directory, but actually cat from root give me variable logs, and in here we read auth.log pipe grep for failed password, and what else? Nothing, just that. All right, so what else do we need to check? I just give you a shortcut from where are we. We are inside our home McSkitty and guides. We just gave you a shortcut, but now let's just do what TryHackMe does. So we'll say change directory variable log, and inside here we'll say grep actually no, we'll say like this. We'll go We'll say it like this, from auth log. And we get the same exact response. Finding the files. You can see a lot of failed logins on the SOCMS account. Let's see that. Actually, I will show you one more thing. For grep, we say -uppercase E failed password for what account? SOCMS. Let's see. There you go. All right. So I just made a condition. I just used another condition with the grep command. I use -e in order to use our expression. We are looking for failed passwords or SOCMS. So it will give everything that is fine with failed passwords, but also with SOCMS. And yes, we can see that connection reset by authentication, user SOCMS. Failed password for SOCMS. Accepted password for SOCMS. New session 8 user SOCMS, right? So we can see the user SOCMS has some traffic, has done something. They were clearly trying to break into SOCMS, Where Will's Christmas ordering platform. What if Bad Bunnies left some malware there? Let's follow Mosquito guide and look for exploits and eggshells with find-a command that searches for files with specific parameters such as -name. So let's run that command. Find home SOCMS name egg. Everything that contains the egg. So now we just used the find command, which searches in our local system. In this Mosquito system, it searches for in our, this is basically a new user, SOCMS. Basically want to see if he implemented something in our machine. And we find in the system with the user, in the user SOCMS, we find it by the name. We check by the name egg. Everything, these stars is basically everything that is in front of the egg and to the back of the egg, give me everything in the system that contains the word egg. And we found it, egg strike sh. Basically that we see in TryHackMe. Analyzing the egg strike. Looks like you found something. eggstrike.sh. Files with the sh extension contain CLI commands and are called shell scripts. Such scripts are used both by IT teams to automate things and by attackers to quickly run malicious commands. Let's display the suspicious script's contents and try to understand it. So let's basically move, actually, okay, let's do what let's do what TryHackMe does. It's much simpler. Subscribe to my channel and I will give you the very useful shortcuts to Linux. Right, and now we see cat egg shell. We see the to this egg strike, they actually have a version, so it's not the first attempt. It's done by Sir Carrot Bain from Hopsec 2025. We get the wish list, we sort it by and then we have the commands, what this shell script actually does, right? The malicious stuff. So from wish list, from the user, from Mosquito, it reads the wish list and then sorts it out by unique, eliminates the duplicates, and then it furthers the output to dump.txt in temporary directory. Then it removes the wish list and also displays Christmas is fading. And then it moves isthmus.ext wish list, and echo isthmus is invading. Basically move, well, this command, you can use it in multiple ways. In this case, basically isthmus.txt replaces the original wish list that McSkitty had. And inside the wish list, we have what McSkitty wants in dump.txt, and Sir Carrot Bane replaces the original wishlist content with isthmus is invading. Basically, here we see also the explanation. The line starts with hashtag, are just comments and are not actual commands. The cat wishlist.text sort unique, list unique items from the list text. The command then sends the output unique order to temporary dump.txt file, then removes wishlist.txt, deletes the wishlist file containing Christmas wishes, then move isthmus to wishlist, replaces the original file with isthmus text. CLI features. The egg strike script you read seems to be stealing Christmas wishes and replacing them with the fake ones. You might have noticed that the commands in the script are a bit complex, but that's not unusual since the script author is not other than Sir Carrot Bane, the leader of HopSec Red Team. Let's explore the special symbols below. Special symbols, descriptions, and examples. Oh, hello, Sir Carrot Bane. It's so cool. So we have the pipe symbol, which sends the output from the first command to the second command. So basically cat, unordered list, and txt.txt, and pipe it to sort, pipe it to unique, right? So this one, this first command, this is the second command, and this is the third command. The content of this is sorted and then not repeated, let's say unique. Basically, if we say man, unique. Unique, report or omit repeated lines, basically. Filter adjacent matching lines from input or standard input writing to output. With no options, matching lines are merged to the first occurrence. Mandatory arguments to long options are mandatory for short options too. Output redirect. We have greater than and greater than. The greater than to overwrite the file, greater to append to the end. The first symbol deletes original message, greater appends to the original message. Here is another representation. This one is replaced in output.txt. Double ampersand. Run the second command if the first was successful. Grab secret in the message and echo secret found. Now it is clear that the server has been breached and the Christmas wishlist has been replaced with an isthmus one. Although one found no clue of what happened to McSkitty, at least you know the attackers were there. You can see how Sir Carrot Bane replaced the wishlist by visiting the following IP from the virtual machine web browser. You can open it by clicking the Firefox icon on the desktop. List A. Let's get wishlist. And now let's say we don't have a list long format actually. Change mod plus x on egg sudo. Let's say, use this command again. Let's say sudo. Okay, now that we have executable rights on egg strike, let's say from current directory egg. Let's see. And now cat it moved to temporary cat, temporary, and then a temporary, what was the dump txt. You can see after we run eggshell, Christmas is fading. What we see, right, and then Isthmus move into wish list, and eco Isthmus is invading. If we go back to change directory into home guides and we list inside here, oh, actually we are there. And list with, oh, our command worked, but let me see, because now we have to be inside again home Socmas 2025, right? Yes, and then list. Find wish list. Let's see what's inside this. What we saw above there, chocolate and stuff. What I wanted to do is just to check where is our wish list that our script created. Because again, if we cat egg strike, this last command, move isthmus.txt to wish list and echo this. But we don't have this anymore. Let me see this one in staging also. Yeah, and this one, staging wishlist 2. Yeah. Just for my curiosity, let me see, but the command should not do this. Isthmus. Yes, I don't know why. This is weird because I don't know why this one last command I wanted to show you. We saw Christmas is fading after we removed the wish list because we don't have it anymore. But this one, it's why the use of this command, move isthmus.txt to wishlist.txt and echo isthmus is invading. This is simply just move the contents of isthmus.txt to wishlist and display this one. But I don't remember to see any isthmus. We don't actually see it because in the current directory it's not offering any absolute directory. This one is not that important, to be honest, but anyway. Now we have to go to this IP. Let's open Firefox and jump in there and say the IP of the vulnerable machine at 8080. Welcome to Wereville's Christmas Countdown. This year's most wish list. Christmas items. Okay. We have this year's most wishlist Christmas items. We have a countdown. Error code per explanation 404. Nothing matches to the given URL. And then body and yeah, the HTML template. And then this page. Okay, let's just read it. I don't want to do extra stuff. I want to show you a lot of things, but let's keep it simple. System utilities. There are hundreds of CLI commands to view and manage your system. For example, uptime to see how much time your system is running. Actually, while we read it, let's actually use the commands so you can see them. 2 users, load average, and then the time. Up for 44. IP address. IP address. Right. To check your IP address. NPS aux. There you go. To list all processes. You may also check the usernames and hashed passwords or users such as McSkitties by running cat etc shadow. Cat etc and then shadow file. No worries. Sudo. There you go. However, you need root permissions to do that. We've seen that. Here is the display that we see in. Here is how to actually we switch. Root user. Root is the default Ultimate Linux users who can do anything on the system. You can switch to root. All right. So sudo switch user. Boom. There you go. Who am I? I'm the root. You can switch to the user using the command sudo switch user su and return back to McSkitty with exit. Or exit, which is much simpler, faster to type, sudo McSkitty. Sudo switch user McSkitty. There you go. See? Or again, if you go sudo, where is the sudo? All right, let's sudo su. We are root, exit, we are McSkitty. Much faster to type. Only the root can open etc shadow and edit system settings. So this user is often the main target for attackers. If at any moment you want to verify your current user, just type who am I? We've seen this. Switch to the root user by running the sudo command, and then you can verify your current user running who am I. We've seen this. Bash history. Did you know that every command you run is saved in a hidden history file, also called the bash history? It is located at every user's home directory under HomeSkitty, and in our case HomeSkitty. If we list here the hidden files, you can see here bash history. If we cat.bash, actually it's from current to bash history. If we say cat bash history, there you go. The commands that we ran. Root, right? For root, if you want to check for a specific user, or for root, we see the hidden bash history file is there. And you can check it with a convenient history command. Obviously, again, being fast, we have the history command. Or just read the files directly with cat. Let's check if Sir Carrot Bane with his bad bunnies left their traces in history. Familiarize yourself with bash history by running the history command. Know that your commands are always saved to a file. History. Here we see change directory to root and then cat. So if we go for the sudo switch user, And then we are inside there. Cat bash history. We can see everything, right? With the user, you can see everything. Let's clear this. And then the objectives. Which command line interface, which CLI command would you use to list a directory ls? Right, this one is completed. We found the Linux CLI flag. Which command helped you filter the logs for the failed login? That's grep. Which command would you run to switch to the sudo user? Sudo su. Finally, what flag did Sir _Bane leave in the root bash history? Root directory. We are inside the root directory. You can see print working directory. And list a cat. This was, I just overcomplicated stuff. History, this is it. I just overcomplicated them. TryHackMe until we meet again. Cool. Let's see. For those who consider themselves intermediate and want another challenge, check Mosquitty's hidden note in Home's Mosquitty documents to get access to the key for side quest number 1, accessible through our side quest hub. Let's see. Ooh. Hopper's origin, the great disappearing act, and then these other three will come. Click on to start the challenge. The time has come. Invitation code. Okay. Let's quickly check that. We will complete these. We will just check these. Let's see in the home key documents. Sudo switch user to where do we have to go? Inside home Mosquitty documents. Read me, please. Okay, we have users and from Mosquitty to whoever finds this. I had a short second when no one was watching. I used it. I've managed to plan a few clues around the account. If you can get into the user below and look carefully, those 3 little Easter eggs will combine into a passcode that unlocks a further message that I encrypted in the home Eddie's kidnap directory. I didn't want the wrong eyes to see it. Access the user account. There are 3 hidden Easter eggs. They combine to form the passcode to open my encrypted vault. Basically. There are, all right, clues. 1 for each egg. 1, ride with your session, not with your chest or files. Open the little bag your shell carries when you arrive. The 3 shows today. The rings remember yesterday. Read the ledger's older pages. When pixels sleep, their tales sometimes whisper plain words. Listen to the tale. Find the fragments, join them in order, and use the resulting passcode to decrypt the message I left. Be careful, I had to be quick, and I left only enough to get help. Mosquitty. Alright, so we have credentials. Let's see. Okay, we'll place them here. And this one, home edit, copy. Edit. All right. Wait. And then list inside here. Notes on photos, Muscidi note. See, encrypted. We see let's clear this list again. Notes on this. Photo notes, backup all images weekly. Think with phone when connected, organize into 3 folders per year. Let me bring some coffee. Okay, now let's see. So, photo notes. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, GPG. Sign a message. No. Decrypt. But here we see. I mean, let's try. We'll say GPG crypt skiddy. Yeah. Passphrase. Screenshot is also weird. Screenshot PNG. All right. Easter egg. Obviously, password coming. Passfrag 3. Passfrag 1 is third. Probably, or like this. Let's see if this will work. Password fragment 1. Password fragment 2 is absent. And password fragment 3. 3 fragments of passwords. Easter, I don't know yet, coming. But from what I read, I remember that I've seen also password fragment 2. Let me see again. Let's go back to home root. Actually, not root. And here cat.bash history. Let me see. I open everything. Okay. We lose time there. Report. Uploads. Let me see a bit of that. Okay. But we also have sudo switch user Eddie app. Eddie list here. List again. Let's sudo switch user McSkitty. Let's exit this and sudo switch user McSkitty. Let's get again readme. Yeah, nothing here. Change directory document. List again a bit. Cat readme. Find the fragments, join them in place to result in the passcode to decrypt the message, obviously. Oh, resolving. Okay. All right. We'll leave it like that. What else? What else do we have in here? What else? Git. We also see the Git. Local configs. Bash RC. See. Yep. Change one. Go in the secret Git. Git. Committed its configs. Origin head descriptions. So the secret nodes, they wanted to be deleted. Remove sensitive, returning to forward sensitive. That's okay. There you go. So basically Easter is coming, but is with hyphen, right? Is with hyphen. So if we go back to our file, is Easter is coming, but is with hyphen. So then let's see what happens if we copy this. Let's see how many levels. Actually, let's not complicate stuff. We just go back home because I complicated too much already. Edit and then documents. List right, and from here actually let's use GPG, decrypt this one, and in here in the path we place this. Okay, day number 2. So let's see for day number 1 challenge Linux CLI shells bells for the bonus content. All right, so let's read this from the start. Congrats, you found all the fragments and reached this file. Below is the list that should be live on this site. If you replace the contents of home sock body rich list with this exact list, one item per list, no numbering, the site will recognize it and the takeover glitching will stop. Do it. It will save the site. Home sockmas. Let me open a new terminal. Let's see here in Mxkitty. We have to go home sockmas and then sockmas wishlist. Actually, we have it here. 2025 directory. And here was the cool. Wish list. Now if we get the wish list, perfect. What else? When the wish list is corrected, the site will show a block of cipher. This cipher can be decrypted with the following unlock key. To decode the cipher, open okay. If you copy the cipher to the file, temp website to okay. Open SSL, cool. From temporary and output to decode. Let's copy this IP and go to where we were. To the vulnerable machine and port 8080. To decode open SSL. Okay. So here 10.81 150 197 at 8080. Let's see, gibberish, copy the decode and unlock. Let's make this, let's expand this. Okay, we see here a code. The old classic, left click and then just copy this. All right, so we copied that and we actually have to leave it in a specific location. Let's remain in here because it's much easier to see. And we have to go to a specific location. Copy the cipher to output over here, and here it shows you right. So we'll say encode this into temp, then website output.txt, website output.txt. Let's get to temp website output.txt is the simple cipher. What else? This is the key to unlock it. Then we use this command. Let's see. Let's actually place it here. So open SSL. Write something. No, we just need this one. We just need that one, meaning that we have to delete this. Open SSL, right? Input file, okay, and then output file. All right, it should be good. Now we just have to go to temporary decoded message. Direct has been archived with the flag. Next step. Okay, well done. The glitch is fixed. Amazing job going extra mile and saving the site. Take this flag. TryHackMe. So we have this flag. Next step. If you fancy something a little spicier, use the flag you just obtain in the passphrase to unlock secret and then dir. All right. So we have to go to up one level, actually 2 levels, and then we go to Eddy, dot secret ender. Actually, yeah, actually we go like that, and here we access with gpg unlock dir dot. Okay, we paste what we found, and obviously it's encrypted. It's encrypted. Okay, so check this out. We can try something. The decrypted file of our GPG, let's output it to Eddie. We go... Actually, let's go to downloads. Not working. All right, then we go to home. Being root, we can choose root. I'll go into Eddie and downloads. And here, let's just say, let's see, output dot gz. So basically what I am trying to do here, because we have the file, we just have the encoded file. I just want to extract this, the decoded file that is over here, and place it inside our archive. Let's see if this will work. If now we go back to one and go into downloads and list in here, we have it over there. Now if you check out the manual to tar, an archive utility, let's see, archive. So basically extract, so we have to use -x. Let me see. tar -x output. Okay, we go back to tar, to manual. F from file, right? We go again. So the command is good, but we don't just extract, we also have the file output. Let's see what we get. Image list.txt. Okay. Now you see me. Okay, and this one works, I believe, here. Eggman becomes isthmus. Hopper's origin. Now you see me. Now you see me. Number 1. Or basically day 1 challenge, maybe. Image download this wallpaper, spring, family holiday, and profile picture, and then scenery 101. So this is side quest number 1. Now you see me. So this is basically the final answer. And then if we go here, this is just the full screen of our machine. So if we go over here, let's go back. Hopper's origin. We have this panel with the invitation code. Now you see me. So this is definitely the side quest. Enjoy investigating a Linux environment. Check out the Linux log investigation room for more like this. Definitely, we finished that one. Difficulty, right? Continue. We have tickets, highlights, successfully reading and flag extraction. What to improve, right? Efficient command usage. Your skills are skyrocketing. Pretty awesome, just display. All right, demonstrate whatever. All right, you were one step safer. Okay, go to Revolut.